Then I think because of the humid and the direct sun there, it really hit on her. So coming back, her lips were bleeding, her tongue was swollen, like the face was frail, and now it's when it hit me that I needed to get further medical attention.
It prevents, like, I can't play with my friends. I can't go for PE lessons outside. I can't go swimming. My calf, like, I need to get out at 6 when the sun has gone down. Hi Tuko family, my name is Shannel Ayieko, aka Dr. Ayieko, and this is my story living with a skin condition called Xeroderma pigmentosum.
Wow, and before Shannel takes my job to be a host for this program, let's hear her story. You heard the introduction she did. Let's meet Shannel.
My name is Shannel Ayieko, aka Dr. Ayieko. I'm 11 years old. I school in the Stepping Stones Elementary School. I am in grade 6. I am preparing for my CAPSEA. Yes.
What is that?
It's like KCPE. It's the same, like almost the same as KCPE.
Oh, okay. So now you want to go to junior high?
Yes.
Ah, okay. If these things now, they have
grade
changing.
7, grade 8, grade 9, grade 10, grade 11, grade 12,
and then
until Form 6.
Oh, the best. That sounds like a very long educational journey.
It is.
It is, huh? But after that, then you can just join college and do medicine.
Yes.
All the best.
Thank you.
You said you're Dr. Ayieko.
Yes.
Wow. Is that the career that you want to pursue?
Yes.
Okay. All the best, and we hope that one day we'll have your name somewhere.
Thank you.
In the list of doctors. Yes, thank you. Now, we came here because we saw a video that you had done talking to your fellow students, telling them to help you raise funds.
Yes. To go to abroad.
Yes. Let's now get to that story where now there is need for you to go abroad. Why are we here today?
I have a condition called Xeroderma pigmentosum. It turned cancerous. Its name is basal cell carcinoma.
Indeed, you are already a doctor. You're saying very big words that I am having a hard time wrapping my head around them. What do they mean to laymen like me?
What do you mean?
What does that condition mean? What has it done to you?
I can't be exposed to the sun. I'm like allergic to the sun. Yes.
So what would happen if you went to the sun?
It goes worse. Like, I went to my cousin's place, a relative in Mombasa. When I came back, my lips were bleeding. My skin was worse. Yes, and then we met a doctor called Dr. Maiba in Doctor's Plaza. He told us to go to KNH, Kenya National Hospital, to do clinics. Yes.
And for how long have you been living with this condition?
More than 2 years.
More than 2 years?
Yes.
And have you been taking any kind of medicine?
Yes. There's Optive Gel. At first I used Carboma, Optive, Sustain. Yes.
And what does it prevent you from doing? Of course, from being out there in the sun. You're a young kid. What does it prevent you from doing?
It prevents, like, I can't play with my friends. I can't go for PE lessons outside. I can't go swimming. I need to get out at 6 when the sun has gone down. Yes.
So January to March and May, part of June and September are very bad months for you.
Yes. I can't go swimming. While we had swimming lessons, but now since Corona came, we stopped going. Yes.
What time do you wake up?
At 5 to
In the
go
morning?
to school. Yes.
So you have to go to school before the sun is up.
Yes. But I go with my mom's car, so it's more easier. My aunt comes with an umbrella to cover me with a hat.
And if that is not done, you start bleeding?
No. It will just stay like that, yes, but it will be worse, and we want to cure it after all.
Yes, sure.
Yes.
That's why you were asking for help from friends.
Yes.
And you are to go to
India.
India for treatment.
Yes.
Now, you've said that you don't go swimming, you don't play with your friends, and these are things that you'd want to do.
Yes.
Allow me to ask, how does that make you feel?
Bad, because I won't play with my friends. I won't learn things like PE. I'll stay there, first watch them, what they're doing.
And you're watching from the classroom?
No. Like from a shade. Yes.
And do you have friends? How do they take you, and how do you interact with them?
They motivate me in case I feel down. I have a couple of friends. Anything that happens, they come to my rescue. Yeah, they're like Superman.
They're like Superman.
Yes.
Has it ever gotten too bad when you're in school that you had to be taken to hospital or home?
No. Like, maybe perhaps headaches when I smell sprays, pens that have strong smells of inks. My head aches. And then I go to the nurse. She gives me medicine, and then I come back. Yeah.
Do you go to school every day? Are you able to attend school every day?
Yes, but sometimes I go to clinics, so I have to miss some of the lessons. All of the lessons, yeah.
Sorry about that.
Thank you.
What are some of the things that you see your mom doing that are extra because of you?
I can't go outside from 9 till 5. I have to go at 6 because the sun is always down. Yes.
So what about your mom? What else do you see her, going out of her way for you?
She has a workplace. She sacrifices her work for me. She buys for me hats. It has to cover the whole from the face till the neck.
And has she been your friend, working with you through and through?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm Shannel's class teacher. I also teach them French and CRE. Yes.
My French anyway. How would you assess her performance in class vis-a-vis the condition that she has?
To be honest, this I think I would say that it has really brought her, I think, a bit down, because initially she was really among the top performers, but she's been out of school severely for medical checkups here and there. Sometimes she's just unwell, now she has to stay at home. In fact, there was a time last time that she missed school like for almost the entire time. So at that time when they were doing a lot of checkups, I think leading up to finding out now that she now has cancer, so she really missed a lot. And when she came back, she was really behind, so it has really affected her in that her performance ilirudi chini. But at the moment she's really pushing herself, because now the KPSEA is around the corner as well, and we are expecting her to also sit for that exam. Yeah.
And when she is in class, of course we are told that the sun is her enemy. But in class, do you switch on the lights? Do you switch them off, or how? What happens?
In class, we do not switch on the lights. We just use the light from outside, because all the time she has a scarf on, and then she's always on sunscreen, or amejipaka sunscreen, and also her eye drops. And I think besides that, we also ensure that we don't, because she doesn't see the other colors, she only sees white. So we never use any different color of chalk in class. We only use white to ensure that we accommodate her. And then also where she sits in class, she sits next to the board, but also a bit of a distance because of the dust as well. Yeah, so those are some of the accommodations we've made for her in class.
Do you go to machines for something like a diagnosis or treatment when you
I
visit
go
the
for
clinics?
biopsies.
What is that?
I don't know how to
How is
define it. Like they remove some part of my meat. They go to examine it, and then 1 week later we go for them, and then we take it to the doctor who has sent us. Yes, in our next clinic. Yes.
How painful is it?
Very painful. Like I've gone for surgeries, like for my eyes, my stomach. I had a growth in my eye. I went to Lions. Again, I went for my stomach at Mtunguni. And then now my nose, and then I got a grafting. Yes. So it was really painful.
Did you do anything, or you just resting?
Resting while my hand had like the ones that they put on the thumb so they can hear your heart. Yeah. I was kept through anesthesia, so it's so hard to taste the flavor of the food. It's anesthesia that is coming, because the last one I refused like the injection, so they kept for me gas. Yeah.
Why did you refuse the injection?
I'm scared of needles. I have a fear of needles.
How many people out there fear needles? You have company in Shannel. Okay, so they had to put you on gas.
Yes.
And did it tamper with your breathing?
Yeah, I was like screaming. This is not my first gas. While I had for my surgery for eyes, they kept. That time I was 3. Yeah.
You were that young?
Yes.
So, for these 11 years, how many times have you been in hospital?
A lot. Many.
Many times.
Yes.
And you're this young. You're a brave girl.
XP warrior.
Yes, you are a brave girl. And we hope that when you go to India, you'll come out even more brave.
Yes.
That you're going to be an ambassador for this condition, because it's not very common.
Yes. Like when we go to hospitals, the doctors are not that sure. Like they had like small kids. They actually told my mom that she has actually done well, because like there are small kids, like around 2-4 there. Like there's a worse. And I am so grateful for my mom.
You're also grateful. She has done well indeed. If you've survived all those years with this condition, that you can't see the sun.
And I can't stay direct with the light because about my eye, it's sensitive and they're dry. Yeah.
So that's why you're wearing your glasses today, because we have some extra lighting.
Yes.
We're sorry about that, but we also need your picture to be seen by the audience. The camera needs some extra lighting though.
Yes,
You
I
understand that,
understand
right?
it, yeah.
Thank you. What is your favorite subject?
Science, CRE, yeah, and English.
And you did not tell me, who are these friends that you said they're like Supermen, who help you a lot?
I have couple of a lot.
All friends.
Yes.
But they are with you. They do not discriminate against you.
No, they don't.
Wow. Please name a few.
Elana, Nesia, Megan, Ira, Dasha, Natalie, Gloria, Joanne, Alicia, Nia, Maxwell, Keishon, Jelani, Jontila, Travis, a lot.
A lot.
Yes.
It's just to name a few because of time. We appreciate them that they support you. They are also part of your support system.
Yes.
So to all those friends with those fancy names, thank you. During when we were growing up, our names were very simple. We had Paul. We had
Paul,
Meshach.
Mark.
Paul. Not combination, just Paul, Mark, Meshach, like our director over here. Okay, so you said you would like to be a doctor.
Yes.
What kind of a doctor?
Wife mates? Midwives.
Midwives. Oh, you want to help deliver babies?
Yeah.
Wow. Would you remember some of your lowest moments as you are going on, as you're living with this condition?
First, like some doctors, before we met Dr. Maiba, we were given this like request to apply ointments. They didn't work. Some people used to say it's witchcraft, we need to go for prayers. Yeah.
So those are the lowest moments. And what would you say to Dr. Maiba?
Thank you very much for helping me to have like this confidence and making actually my skin look better now. It was worse.
It was worse.
Yes.
And he's the one who understood
introduced
your condition.
Yeah, he first told us we go home first and then he'll call us. While he called us, he told us that it was Xeroderma pigmentosum, but he said he won't like be around, he'll be traveling, so he kept us in KNH in for clinics.
How do you think life would be if you did not have that condition?
It could still be normal how I am, but the one that I really want the most is my hair to grow. Yeah.
Girls and their hair. Okay, that is what you regret most?
Not regret, but like...
It's what you wish for?
Yes.
The hair to grow back?
Yes.
Okay. And it will?
Like I saw this celebrity who's called Wahoo. I saw her hairstyle. So I was like, Mom, come and do for me the same hairstyle. So we did it for some time. We saw wounds coming up. We went to the doctor. They said it's eczema. We don't eat meat, milk. And then some people said bacteria, but it started becoming worse, swollen pus. And then we were told we wash with water, warm water and salt. So now it's better.
It's better.
Yeah, but there are patches.
You want it to grow back.
Yes.
And it will. If it's better, it means it will grow back.
Yes.
Yes. You've mentioned food, that you don't take meat, you don't take milk.
I don't like meat, but I eat minced meat and burgers and sausages, but I don't like meat.
Okay. Is there are there meals that the doctor said that you must take or you should not take?
No.
So you're free?
Yes,
The
I'm
only
free.
problem you have is the sun
Yes.
and your skin.
Yes. And my hair.
And you. Okay, Shannel. You like cooking, right?
Yes.
What's your best meal that you can prepare for us?
French toast.
French toast?
Yes. Cakes. Like
Oh, you know how
I
to
see
bake?
I see my sister. So like I follow her footsteps when she bakes.
Okay.
Like I'm always her sous chef. When she needs something, I go take it for her.
When you look in the mirror, whom do you see?
A beautiful girl just looking at me back.
Wow. Indeed. Do you know what I see? After sitting with you here for those few minutes,
No.
I see a brilliant, sharp girl.
Thank you.
Who has a lot of future and focus.
Thank you.
And keep it that way. All the best. The way I saw you do a video to your fellow students, this is your camera. There are people who will be watching. Please talk to them.
I want to tell them that the parents and kids who are struggling with conditions, don't be closed in your houses just waiting for some miracle. Yes, miracles happened, but like you go for further seeking.
Seek further medication or
Yes.
medical advice.
Yes.
And you said you like CRE.
Yes.
The Bible says, you know the way you've said that miracles happen, but you have to go and see a doctor.
Yes.
The Bible says that the sick
Seek and you'll find.
the sick visit the physician or visit the doctors. So you're right.
Ask, seek, knock.
What do you do? What are your hobbies now that you are not able to play with your fellow students?
Cooking, drawing, playing with friends,
Uh-huh.
and riding my bike.
Wow. And so now you have to do that after 6 or before 8 in the morning.
Yes.
Okay. We wish you all the best, Shannel.
Thank you.
I would like now to talk to your mom so that she can also give us more insights, because she has been with you through the journey. We wish you all the best.
Yeah.
And we are praying that this story will change, because that is what Tuko is all about, changing stories and changing lives, so that when you become Dr. Ayieko, you will treat a few from Tuko family, right?
Yeah, I have a slogan. I'm strong, be strong for me.
Wow. I'm strong, be strong for me.
Yes.
So I'm also strong. Let's be strong for Shannel. Thank you. Thank you. Mama Shannel.
Yes.
Thank you for inviting us and welcoming us to your beautiful home. Introduce yourself for the sake of the people who do not know you, like we were given a brief bio of yourself by a friend.
Okay, my name is Salome Njoki Ndwiga, mother of 4 girls. I would say 6, 2 adopted. And Mama Shannel. Shannel is my last born. Most of the people right now know me as Mama Shannel because now she has become the celeb in my house.
Yes.
Yes.
And she is indeed.
Thank you.
When did you notice that there was a challenge with her health?
Okay, like Shannel was born just a normal child. At birth she was all well. And by the time she was around 8 months is when we started noticing some marks on her face and a tiny hands. So at that moment we tried to see doctors, several doctors in several hospitals. I'll not name them, but you'll find like they were telling us it's eczema, it's a proteins intolerance. They kept on giving us different creams, applying on her. Some will even bleach her, and we had not much to do, because now it's like our hands were tied, because now if you're going to the medics and they keep on changing the medicine, and like they exactly didn't know. We only came to know much later that we didn't know what was happening, because they kept on giving her different medication which were not helping. So as days went, Shannel started developing serious conditions. Like it started with her eyes. Then we went to Lions. She had an operation. She could not see clearly. She started wearing her spectacles at 3 years. Then we kept on seeing doctors, and no one has ever told us what to do, exactly what to do.
And even at that time,
Yes.
the skin was still had spots.
Now it was getting worse, because now they stopped being spots. Now those white spots, they started turning black. And you see, as a small child, there's much you could do, because now no one told us not to expose her to sun, and that is what was causing the problems. Because she would play outside like any other child. Those days we will take her for swimming. Yes. So what made it worse was a time she went to Mombasa to visit a friend, a relative. Then I think because of the humid and the direct sun there, it really hit on her. So coming back, her lips were bleeding, her tongue was swollen, like the face was frail, and now it's when it hit me that I needed to get further medical attention. At that time, I had seen something on the social media, and there was this child from Tanzania, and she had swollen glands. Her face was badly more bad than Shannel's. She had wounds all over. So when I saw that, it got my attention, and I looked at it, but they had not explained what it was. They were just saying this boy is going through so much, he's so in so much pain, and that one got me worried. So when Shannel came back and I looked at her and saw similarities to the picture that I had seen on social media, then I said, this one now, I don't know how to go about it. And I talked to a friend, and I sent her a picture of Shannel. Then she told me, I will not be knowing what is this, but I would advise you to go to a doctor in Kenyatta, Doctor's Plaza, called Dr. Maiba. That's now when we went to Dr. Maiba. When we went to Dr. Maiba, he saw her, and he told us this is a condition called Xeroderma pigmentosum, and it's a very rare condition in Kenya. So what I need to do for you guys, I don't want you to come here because it is very expensive here. So what I want to do, I want to book you for general clinics in Kenyatta, because at that time we were paying consultation 4,000, and at Kenyatta we were paying 600. So that is now how we found ourselves in Kenyatta, and we would see different dermatologists, and now that is where now Shannel was diagnosed with the right condition, and we were advised accordingly. Number one, they told us we should completely avoid Shannel going to the sun. Okay, now when they found out the condition, the doctor told us, the dermatologist insisted that we should get a special sunscreen for Shannel. And this special sunscreen is called Demelan, and it has to be over 50 SFP. Then there were some other medication for the eyes. She has to use 2 types of medication. There's the gel and there's the eye drops. because they told us our eyes are dry. You see, like the way you see two metals, and the way she's opening them, like it's two metals.
She has no liquid in her eyes.
She has no liquid in her eyes. Her eyes are dry, completely dry. And you know, there before, when she wakes up in the morning, Shannel cannot sustain the sunlight, the light, the house lighting. So most of the time you'll find that she's dressing in the dark, or probably we use a torch and put it far end. So we were not understanding why when we open the light she screams, and at times you'll see her seated, then she starts screaming, holding her eyes. So we could not tell why she was behaving like that. But now when the doctors told us this, we understood. So with the gel and the eye drops, at least her eyes started getting better. But she was still on spectacles and all that. Yes.
So now the light and the sun,
yes,
they affect her skin and her eyes.
Yes. You see, like the sun affects each and every part of her skin. If you see Shannel has now those, we call them beauty spots. She has them on her face, on her neck, on her head, legs up to here, then hands. Where the body is covered, she has nothing. Yes, she doesn't even have a single spot. But you see, now it was too late when we came to know about it, because I think right now the rate is not that bad. Yes.
Because at least you understand how to.
Yes, because now we understand how to manage it. We do apply sunscreen most of the time. In fact, she does it after every 2 hours. Even the school I've adopted that. You'll see, like when she's just getting to the corridor, the teacher tells her, apply your sunscreen, bring your medication. The good thing is the school has a nurse, so they administer them eye drops and the eye gel. Yes.
You said you have 4 children.
Yes.
And this is your last born.
Yes.
I will ask you, it may sound insensitive, but I will ask you, how do you take it? How does it make you feel?
I don't feel anything. I think as in this house, as we see Shannel as any other child. In fact, I don't have like any reminder of her condition. I only get to know about this when I go out there and I meet friends who probably have never seen her, or people who know me, and the first thing they go like, oh, what happened to your daughter? That is the only time I come to my senses and say, oh,
she has a condition.
My daughter has a condition. But apart from that, here in this house, nobody recognizes it. We just see her as just a normal child like the other girls. Yes.
Now back to Dr. Maimba. Was it genetic, or how did it come about?
Okay, what it told us it's genetic, and it's in our DNA. Unfortunately, my side, our dad's side, no one has ever had the condition. So I exactly don't know how it happens. These medics words and some of these things are so complicated. So you could not explain.
Yes.
Yes.
And how do you manage her at home? And are you satisfied with the management at the school?
At home, the only issue I've had with is the house helps, because at times they don't understand. You see, you give them instruction and probably tell them this girl should not go beyond the door during the day. But you see, also she's a clever girl. She'll lie to them, she'll play with their minds and tell them, I'm just picking something from the next door. But you'll find her outside the gate playing and the sun is up there. You see, now at that time probably you might go ahead and probably start asking the house manager, why are you doing this? Why are you letting her out? And she'll tell you that she just slipped out of my eyes, or she just said she's going to the next door. I didn't know she was in the sun. So some even don't understand it because they think it's a condition which can also be transferred. So they come, they stay a few minutes and they leave. But I've had very good house helps who have stayed with us for years. And even some go and come back, and they've understood, and they've even understood how to take care of her, how to apply medication and all those things. Yes, so it is not really a challenge as such. And with the school, from day one, when Shannel entered that school, I went to the class teacher, I explained everything to her, and Now they would do like when she's going to the next class, the class teacher would go to the other teacher, explain, and tell them what to do. And of late, they've had a very good class teacher, Miss Joanne. She's taken Shannel as one of her own, and she does so many things for her, and I'm so grateful. Even the directors, each and everyone in school, they've taken Shannel as their special child. Yes. The other day she was telling me in school, nowadays they call her Miss President. I don't know where that name came from.
She looks very ambitious though.
She is. Shannel is very ambitious, a very bright girl, confident. Yes.
And now, to what point did the doctor say that this can be treated in India?
Okay, you see, as a parent, you want to have all the knowledge in this world. One thing that I've come to notice is this is a very rare condition in Kenya. But when you Google and do your research out there, there are hospitals which manage this condition. They have seen 1,001 people. You see, it's very funny when you walk into a hospital, you find like 10 people, 10 doctors or 10 dermatologists, and like they cannot even pinpoint what condition is this. There's a time we went for a clinic, and there were students who were about to graduate, and the doctor told them, can you diagnose this condition? And there were around 20 of them surrounding us, and no one picked the condition. That tells you what?
How rare it is.
It is a very rare condition. Even if they've had cases, they are very few. No one can give you a history from zero to the end of it. So, as a parent, you'll not want to be a place whereby everything is discovered through your child. You'd want to go to an experienced person who has seen. You see, like the way they say clinic officers, they treat a lot of people. You can find a clinic officer in a remote place. But like now, if you go to ask about something, they tell you that clinic officer is even better than a doctor. Why? Because on his ways of treating these people, he has mastered some of these conditions because he'll treat many people.
True.
And like a doctor probably will sit in the city and sees 2-3 cases in a year. So you'll find those people, they might not have the same papers, but through experience, even the clinic officer has a better what?
Understanding
that the doctor who is in town who sees very rare cases. So in this condition, it's just the same. There's a doctor who was visiting in Kenya from India, and a friend told me about it, and I went to see them at it's called Medi East. I think Medi East hospital. And we had a video call with a doctor in India, and he saw Shannel, and he says, this girl with several biopsies, we can be able to identify where the parts which have cancer, the margins, remove them and do electrobeam therapy for her. Yes.
I'm a little lost, but please take me back.
Okay.
The condition now is cancerous?
Yes, the condition has turned cancerous because like 2 months ago she had a surgery. And you know, this condition is very funny. Now when it turns cancerous, there are different types of cancers for the skin. Now ours is basal cell carcinoma, basal cell carcinoma, and this condition affects one place. Once it affects that place, what they normally do, they do a biopsy, they identify the place, then they do a surgery to remove the whole of that place. It might be wider and deeper. So they have to remove each and everything inside. Then now it remains like a hole. And now at that time they have to remove another skin from another part and graft it. Yes. So you'll find at the end of the day there are some things which are happening, and definitely when you have several surgeries with graftings, you'll not look the same. Yes.
So you're ready for that?
You don't have a choice. You don't have a choice. But now with the treatment that they're saying in India, we feel like we can do it and probably achieve something better. Yes.
Have they said what level of cancer?
No, that's what I've said. This one does not have a stage. It's not like the other cancers where you say it's stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. No, because now it can be on this side, tomorrow, but it is not transferable. You see, like the way you have breast cancer, then you hear it has affected your organs and all that. No, this one is different.
Just
it only now
skin.
affects the skin, that side. But I did some research a bit, and I saw like it can even go and affect your bones. Now it gets deeper, then it can weaken your bones and all that. But now the good thing, this one, once it's removed at that place, all of it, it heals that place. So when you're exposed to the sun,
that place will not be affected.
That place will not be affected. But it can be re-affected, but now it will come to a different place.
Okay.
Yes. So this time it can be on your lip. The next time it's on your nose. Like now, this time she was operated on her nose, and they removed part of it and did a grafting. Not unless you're that close, you cannot tell.
No, her nose has been grafted.
Yeah, it has been grafted.
We didn't see
You
that.
didn't see
You
it.
didn't
Yeah,
notice.
not unless you're told. Not unless you're told.
Then it's very good.
Yeah, it's very good.
Very
So
well done.
So we feel like if the beam electro, you see, like, they cannot do radiotherapy because of the light.
Yes.
Any form of light that has UV affects her skin. Now it will multiply the cancer cells. Yes. So that's why they are doing the electro beam therapy, because that one does not have light. I don't know how they do it. We are yet to go to India and see what they do.
It sounds like a very heavy burden to carry as a parent. How do you manage it financially, and because you have to keep visiting the hospital? Like she has told us, she has been in and out of hospital for most of her life.
To be honest, it is very expensive. It is very expensive because if you just look at the medication alone, like per month, you'll do like 15,000 every month. Medication alone. You've not talked about the visiting of the clinics. You've not talked about the clothing, because she has to have special clothing for the same. So you'll find like the sunscreen goes for around 3,500. So like a week, Shannel uses almost 7,000.
7 on sunscreen?
No. 7,000 on all the medication. Yes.
Okay, so that in a month is around...
it's around 21,000, 22.
Yes.
Yes, because...
28,000.
Or 28,000. It depends how with the weather. Because now when it's hot, it goes higher. And the other thing, she might even take the medication today in school, and in the evening she comes without it. She has lost it, or probably kids don't understand, why is this girl having medication all the time? So she might misplace it. And she also have a lip bump, which is medicated. Yeah, because if you check on her lip, she has that, the sun has already affected it. So she has to use that. So you'll find like maintaining her is extremely expensive. At times you talk to friends who come through. Probably someone might send you 2 tubes of sunscreen, but I will not lie to you. I think it's high time the government comes to our rescue, and especially we have a supporting system. If you see like the people who have autism, children who are, or the people who have it's called what, albinism, those people have supporting groups. But now with XP, we don't have, with Xeroderma pigmentosum, we don't have any support. I've tried to check with the institutions. We've not even gotten one. So you'll find at the end of the day, you have to dip your hands in your pocket and cater for all this. You keep on calling friends to help you out, because they will not understand. I used to work some years before, but with the corona and all these things have been difficult. Yes. So I've gotten into debts because of buying medication, because of buying clothes that have to be medicated for a condition, and they don't come cheap. Yes.
Is that why one of the reasons you had that walk?
The reason that I had the walk was to raise awareness of the condition, at the same time raise funds to enable us go to India. I have friends. I've created a group with my friends who have come to my rescue, and we were trying to hit the target. Yes, the school has been very supportive. We did t-shirts for the children. The parents bought t-shirts. Through that, they gave their donations, and so that walk was like an awareness whereby we were climaxing this process of preparing ourselves to go to India. So we also made sure that we contacted different people so that we can create the awareness. Probably there's a parent who has a child going through the same condition and they don't know. Once they see Shannel and hear about her story, they will be encouraged to take their children to the hospital or even seek or other means of getting to know about this. Yes.
Shannel mentioned that you have a pay bill towards supporting that journey to India and the treatment.
Yes.
I think you can give it at this point before we proceed.
Yes, we have a pay bill which is catering for medical expenses to India and back, and even maintaining, because after the trip to India and coming back, definitely you'll need medication and clinics and other medical attentions. And we have a pay bill which is 804-603-1. Then on the account you put your name. It will give you a message saying Shannel Medical Fund. Yes.
Please say it again. 804.
The pay bill is 804-603-1. Account, you put your name. Yes.
At the beginning you mentioned that you have adopted children.
Yes.
So you have a golden heart.
Thank you.
And it's the same that you're transferring to Shannel as you manage her condition alongside those ones that you have made your own.
I believe, like, number one, I'm a Christian, and I believe there's a pastor. I had a pastor by the name Pastor Musango, and he taught us something about giving. He said it is good to give back, and when you're giving back, make sure that you're giving outside your household. You're giving outside your household and a relative. That means from the relatives around you. It's a stranger, a total stranger that you're giving to. And he told us that once you do that, you're giving to God directly. And God says, when you give to those people, the orphans, the widowers, you're lending him. So he's going to pay you. And to be honest, I can tell you, this far that I am is God, because I have seen him walk with me, and I have seen him do so much for my baby Shannel. Yes, so I still believe in giving, and one day I know I will probably have a children's home. That is my dream. I have a passion for children. I love children so much, and not even children alone. I like coming through for people, regardless, be it it's in small ways. Yes. Yeah.
Tuko family, this is one of us.
Thank you.
She has supported others, those that are not even related to her, but this time round she needs our support in any way. You've heard that some even send sunscreen tubes. What can you send her? What can you support Shannel with? What can you stand strong for Shannel with? As we finalize, what message would you have for parents who either have children who have conditions they have not known, they have gone through the journey that you went through, misdiagnosis, so they got poor prescriptions and the condition worsened. How did you decide that now I need to see Dr. Maimba? Because I think that is what a parent out there needs to know. At what point do I now need to change or seek another option or a second opinion?
Okay, I think to the parents who their children are going through issues or medical conditions, one thing that I will tell them to do, when you go to that hospital and after some time you find that your child is not responding, the best thing is to ask for a referral letter. Because I feel like if in those hospitals that we were visiting all those years, if we had been given a referral letter to Kenyatta, we will not be where we are today. Because I believe Kenyatta has the best doctors. Yes, there are doctors out there. But when I've gone to Kenyatta for quite some time, for years, because I think for the last 5 years, we've been having clinics in Kenyatta. We do 3 to 4 clinics a month. So I think if you go to Kenyatta, they will be able to identify a condition, and probably if it's something which can be curable, you will be you'll be at their help. They'll be at your help, because you know, they see 1,000 and thousands of people a day. Yes. Right. So I would tell the parents not to just wait in the house. If you find something is not working, knock another door. Talk to people. People have so much information out there. It's only that someone probably fears to come and tell you this and this is happening to your child. But when you seek it, don't light a lamp and put it in your cloth. It's going to burn you. The best thing is to put it out. So if you go talking, asking people, being out there with people, trust you me, people will come to your rescue. Yes.
And Shannel has a bright future.
Oh yes, she has.
Please come, Shannel. Let's have a seat here. Sorry. So now, I can't see where the nose was grafted.
This side.
I can't see.
Yeah.
It was done very well.
Yeah, they cut the whole of this. Then this is our skin from our inner thighs.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Shannel, and that has been her story for 11 years. She has been working with that condition. It is extremely difficult for my tongue. It is called?
Xeroderma pigmentosum.
That one. We can change her story. She needs to go to India. She has made some progress towards making that journey successful, but in a way, one way or another, we can still support her. We've been given the pay bill number. It is right below this video. And I pray that as we end this program, you, myself, and whoever is near, we can support Shannel. She has a bright future. She wants to be a doctor, that is a midwife, so as to help bring life to earth. Sindio, Shannel?
Yes.
We wish you all the best.
Thank you.
My name is Kingori. Kwaheri, until next time.